Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Look who's joining us once again, the beautiful, the effervescent Julianne with the Intrigue Journal.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. Nice to see you.
Fascinating topic today. Let me begin by asking you this. Have you ever been driving or riding in a car and an old song from the past comes on, an oldie but a goodie, instantly transports you back in time and place? And it's not just a memory, it's a feeling, really. It's very visceral. It's almost like these feelings went exactly with this moment in time, right?
Right.
Yes.
Because music transports us not only back to a memory, but also connects us to an emotion. The sound sense has very linkage to very deep and old emotional places in our brain, a fact which allows composers to access and dialogue with their audience on a very deep, deep level. So there's a reason Beethoven was a very significant composer of his time. He actually was groundbreaking in that he transitioned from classical music, which was very poised and balanced, into romantic music, which was more impactful, more emotional. We're going to get back to Beethoven, but important to know, we're going to talk about sound, not only just sound as a sense, but sound as a data.
Okay.
A data that would normally be perceived by other senses.
Okay.
Stay with me?
Yeah, okay. We're intrigued. We're intrigued.
Have you heard of data sonification? Have you heard of this?
No.
Never heard of
It is a
it.
process of translating data into sound, creating sound from data. So rather than looking at visual charts and graphs, you're actually representing data in a sound. So you can take any type of information. It could be traffic patterns, rainfall, any numbers, mathematical. It could be, features of a cheeseburger, whatever, and apply them to components of music, sound, or notes to create a file in which you can perceive the information in a different manner.
Interesting.
Are you talking about like
Interesting.
if Kelly and I had trouble learning something, this could be a way of learning something?
Yes, in a sense, but it's more a way of perceiving something. So,
Perceive, okay. I was
Understanding it,
understanding
yeah.
things differently.
Okay.
Yeah, rather than seeing it, you're hearing it and gaining new information. So
Okay.
Hannah Davis is an expert in this field. She actually translates literature into sound. So, and a lot of her goal is to create interesting music. So it's a little bit arbitrary, but still scientific. So she was featured last year at the Louvre, her work was. And what they did was they gave her the top articles of the day. So she took the data, the emotional data, and generated music that had the same emotional tone.
Oh, interesting.
And it was played by a live orchestra.
Interesting,
right?
yes.
Could you imagine how 2020 might sound?
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. I don't want to hear that symphony.
So she did, that was a news article. She's also done, a lot of her work was novels. So this goes beyond your regular books on tapes and your Audible files. She takes 14,000 common words packed with 8 different emotions, positive and negative states, and applies them to components of music. So for instance, maybe a high pitch would equate to a high emotional activity in a book. So let's go ahead and take a listen to a
yeah,
couple of
listen.
that.
Okay.
She calls
Yeah.
them trance prose.
Okay.
A couple of her songs. Peter Pan.
Yeah.
So it's a little blurry. It's very musical or very sweet.
It's playing for us, but I'm trying to perceive something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
You try. So the emotions in this are trust. The highest emotions are trust and joy. This next one has a little different tone.
Okay.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay.
So the emotions are trust and fear. A little different tone
Oh,
with this one, right?
I felt uncertainness.
Uncertain? Okay. Well, okay, so she's not the only one. NASA, too, has a data sonification program. And so they are translating space images into sound. Now, the Chandra X-ray telescope is instrumental in providing data, as well as the Hubble and Spitzer. And so what you have is now you have stars and clouds of dust, black holes that can be heard based by low and high pitch based on their brightness or their shape in the sky.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? Let's
Yeah.
just go ahead to the next one. You can now hear the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah?
This one reminds me of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, he was ahead of his time.
He
Mind
was.
living
He
there?
was ahead of his time.
So some of the brighter notes had a higher pitch and pluck. So this is the Spitzer. This one gave us some different sounds because it's able to capture dust.
Oh, I never knew dust sounded that way.
I didn't either. That's fascinating.
That's called the Pillars of Creation.
Interesting.
So this is an outreach program that's not only good for everybody, but visually impaired can now have the ability to experience space.
Oh,
and I
wow.
love that, don't you?
Oh,
That's
wow.
very cool.
And not only that, it has scientific value because some sighted astronomers have reported being able to detect patterns that they missed visually.
Oh, interesting.
So it makes sense to analyze data not only just with our eyes, but with all of our senses, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Getting back to Beethoven. Now, did you know that he went deaf?
Yes, I did know that.
So he began when he was 28, and by the time he reached the end of his life, he was completely deaf, and he composed some music that way. And good for him that he was able to actually compose music sitting at his desk. He didn't need to hear it.
Well, he hears it in his head.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
inside of
Right.
him. So he almost worked in reverse to this process where he had the music, he had to create the data for the rest of us to hear the music,
Right.
you know?
Isn't that something?
It's also said that he might have been among the first to give sonic expression to space. In in the choral finale of his Ninth Symphony, there's a hushed center, and in his conversation notebooks, which he had because he was deaf, he put notes, and of that segment, he mentioned the starry sky above us. I just think that's a nice little
Yeah, that is.
trivia to put in there. Okay, mystery across the world known as the hum. Have you heard of this?
No?
Oh.
Okay, so you probably haven't heard the hum either. So all these people, thousands of people all over the world have heard what sounds like a low frequency hum, similar to a diesel engine. Only about 2% of the population hears it. Purportedly, it's at nighttime usually in rural areas, and there's been a lot of explanations ranging from mating fish in Washington to fields of antenna in Alaska, radar, high-low frequency waves, seismic shifts. They might have solved the mystery earlier this year.
Okay.
There was a magma-filled reservoir. And we can go to the next slide. That was 20 miles below the Indian Ocean that migrated upwards and was born into a volcano under the water. So the hum, they think, could have been just Mother Nature's labor calls.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She was in labor.
So it seems plausible, but people who know will tell you that seismic hum should not be able to be heard by humans.
Interesting.
But maybe this 2%, they have some gift like Beethoven did. Who knows?
Right.
Do we have time for one more?
One
little?
more, yeah.
Okay, so you can go online. There's a web-based app and download. It's called Two Tone, and create your own data map. I did this with. I took people who bought tickets to our show, Intrigue Theater, and mapped it based on the numbers. Is it playing right now?
No, not yet.
Okay,
Is it
based on the
We'll play it.
numbers, it played a song.
Okay, we're hearing it now.
Oh, wow.
I totally feel Intrigue Theater right now.
Yes, I do.
Have we reached the
We're right here.
Right here.
so you heard where we were in lockdown, right?
Da, 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 da. That is so interesting.
Yeah, it's that.
Is that going to be your new theme song for the Intrigue Theater?
Hey,
I'd like to see it.
I'll make up a song for it. I mean, words.
Yeah, please do. I'd love that.
Wow, that's so fascinating.
Yeah,
so
it
much
is.
great knowledge.
I have so many questions. We'll have to get into that another
Can we
time.
get to that next week maybe, or whenever you come back?
Yeah.
It
let's
really
do
We
opens
have
up your
questions.
mind.
I know. I'm sorry. I provided too much information.
No, it's really interesting. Thank you, Julian. It's always great to see you.
Oh, it's so
I'm pondering.
fun.
Okay, we'll be back right after this. Don't
I'm
go
just
away.
pondering life now.
So interesting.
I know. Isn't it fascinating?